Hello, it's Dawn at Crafting on the Green. This is card number 1 from your Quite Curvy virtual craft box. So card number 1 is this gorgeous card. You'll find in your box you've got, for your kit for this one, you will have your backing layer. Then you will have a pre-embossed background. This is using the Scripty 3D, which I think is really pretty. And then we've got another one for the front, which is the same size as the Whisper White. But what we're going to do is die cut it so that it will just cover the corner. So you'll find these bits in your kit. Cut yourself a couple of birds and get them coloured in. Here's some I made earlier. And you also want to use this lovely floral sort of curvy arrangement. So they're the bits that you want to have die cut ready to stick on. Colour them as you wish. And then I'm just going to cut using this lovely die. You can place it however you fancy, but you will notice one edge has the cutting part and the other edge won't cut. So it will be placed like this with the smooth edge on the side that you want to cut. So I get my die cutter. So I'm going to take the smaller piece of Just Jade, and where you place it is up to you. I don't know how well you'll be able to see, so I'll turn this around. So you can decide to go higher or lower, it's your choice. You can go at an angle. I think I'm going to go about there. So it's got a bit of a curve, you've still got an edge on this side as well. Yeah, it's alright. Doing this at a funny angle. There we go. Put this back out of the way. Okay, so you will get a few little bits, but we'll hoover those later. So then you've got a funky piece of card that I'm sure we can make use of at some point later. And we've got our lovely piece that's been cut. So we need to obviously get rid of all the bits. So I've got my little roller to help with that. There's always one hole that's a bit more stubborn. See if I can poke that out with a pencil. There we go. Right, they can go ready to be hoovered later. So all we want to do here, nice and easy really, is you take your background layer and then we're going to stick on the scripted embossed sheet. I'm just going to use Tombow. With this set it's wonderful if you just spend some time cutting out some birds and some of the flowers, and you can have such a play with just putting them on. Does it go there? Does it feel right? So I always seem to have a stack of all the flowers. Right, so I'm going to put that there and I'm going to do it on dimensionals. So I think 5 should do it. go. So line that up. Right, there we go. So now we have our other layer stuck on, and now it comes to the flowers and the birds. So if you want to, you can raise these up again using more dimensionals, but I chose not to. So it fits quite nicely along the curve. You can move it around if you want to have some of the other holes showing. But add a bit of Tombow. Add a bit more on this corner. And then somewhere around there. And then we place the birds. So with the birds you get two facing one way and one facing the other. So have a look and decide where you want the birds to go and which bird you want to use. Obviously feel free to colour them as you please. You don't have to go for the same colours as me. I used crumb cake with those two. Light and dark crumb cake. So yeah, so that's most of it. And then you want to take some of your sheet of Whisper White. I've got a scrap piece here that I'm going to use, and the stamp I use for this one is the Made with Love Just for You, which I think is quite nice. So I'm just going to use Memento. And put that along the bottom. There we go. And then what I'm going to do is just cut it to size, really. I'm quite a fan of this technique. Rather than having to measure everything out, just cut things as you would like to have them cut. So there we go. And then we'll stick this one on. And then you'll also have a Whisper White background, Whisper White card. So you can just stick it straight onto the front. Just like that. And then if you wish, you can design something on the inside. Maybe just pop a bird, or even a couple of birds if you fancy. The choice is yours. I would say if you're going to stamp directly onto the back of the card, do be careful with whichever pens you use to colour it, because it may bleed through to the back. So if you're going to do it, I'd recommend doing it on another sheet of paper and then sticking it in. But that's it. That is card number 1. I hope you like it. And move on to card number 2 whenever you're ready. Thanks.